so welcome everyone. Today we have our panel with our student ambassadors through SAGA, as well as our inbound students that are visiting this semester through our exchange program, as well as our inbound advisor, Vanara. So Vanara, could you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hi, everyone. My name is Vanna Schlesinger. I am the inbound exchange advisor. I help students, assisting students that are here studying at CSULB as an exchange student. And I will be going around and asking everybody to introduce themselves by including what is your name and what is your major. So who would like to go first?
Hi, I'm Ayana.
Hello.
I'm a business marketing major. Nice to meet you.
And where are you from? What
I'm
university?
from Japan, Meiji University.
Thank you.
Yes.
We have another inbound student, Retna. Do you want to introduce yourself, your name?
Yes. Hello, my name is Rena. Same as Ayano, I'm from Japan too. I come from Waseda University. Nice to meet you.
Excellent. Chris, I'm just gonna popcorn Chris.
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Chris. I'm studying computer science, and I studied abroad in Paris the winter of 2023.
And hi, I'm Jennifer. My major is in Japanese. I'm also double minoring in translation studies and teaching English as a second language. I studied at Meiji University in Tokyo, fall 2022 semester.
Excellent. Last but not least, Erica.
Yes, my name is Erica. I'm a peer advisor here at CSULB, and I actually studied abroad at Yonsei University in South Korea with CSUIP. I'm a business marketing major as well.
Yeah, do you want me to ask the last question? Okay.
So we're gonna go ahead and start with our panel with the first question would be, if you had to describe yourself in one word, what would it be? And we're gonna go ahead and popcorn Jennifer.
That's kind of a hard question. I guess fun. People come for me to have a good time. I always like going out and like going to the next cool place or the next fun thing to do. Yeah.
Popcorn Rena. Rena?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes. If you could describe yourself in one word, what would it be?
Yeah, I would say unafraid because like making this decision to study abroad here was a huge decision for me. But yeah, I didn't want to like stay in my comfort zone, and I'm down to like try everything that I've never tried before. And yeah, I think that's like part of my personality.
Thank you. All right, Chris?
I would say passionate, just because anything that I get involved in that I like doing, I give it my everything and make sure that I'm doing it to the best of my ability. So just like to give an example, like I studied French, and I really wanted to go to a French speaking country, so I did whatever I could to make that possible, and went ahead and went to Paris. There.
Thank you. Ayana?
Yes. It's kind of hard, but I would say curious. I'm very curious about everything. And like give you example, like for now I'm joining the 4 different clubs here: AMA, Agency 241, ISA, and JSA. They're all different, like from business to Japanese culture. And yeah, so I love to try every new thing. So yeah, I would say curious.
Thank you. And Erica.
I would probably say ambitious, kind of similarly to everyone here. Studying abroad is kind of a big step, and I think I always want to try new things also. So yeah, just have a lot of ambition, a lot of things I want to do, and I think that makes me kind of like a go-getter.
All right, thank you. So we'll move on to our next question, Vanna.
Guys, those are some really good adjective description of what makes you describe yourself in one word. So they're very, very good. I'll go on to the next question. For those who are here studying abroad, what's the difference in the education system here in comparison to your home country? And those who went over there, think about the same question. What's the difference over there compared to CSULB? So I will, Retna, I guess you could go first. We're your hosts, you're our guests. Why don't you go first? Again, the question is, what's the difference, what different in the educational system here in comparison to your home country?
I feel like education system. One thing I felt here is that there are a lot of interactive classes, because in my university I took a lot of lecture classes, and of course there are like a lot of lecture classes here as well, but I took also like small size classes where students make small groups and discuss, and also like actively sharing their thoughts in class, which I really liked, and which also helped me develop my opinion and like interact more with students and engage in class.
Great. Anyo? Anyo, sorry if I pronounced your name incorrectly.
Me?
Yes, please. Can you just,
Ayano.
yes, sorry.
The difference, I would say the numbers of units people take per semester. Actually, I talked it before with in the breakout room. Here, like most of exchange student or like other students are required or encouraged to take around 12 or 15 units. But for my home university, we usually take 24 units per semester. Like for every freshman, sophomore, junior.
How many
'Cause
classes that? How many classes that? Because 12 usually is like
12.
4.
12 classes. Because
Oh,
it's
okay.
usually 2 units for one class.
Got it.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And that's why I can, not only me, but also other exchange students from Japan can spare their time for craft activities.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's kind of tough in Japan. Yeah.
Excellent. I didn't know that. That's something new. All right, we're gonna switch it around for our student who went aboard. So I'll ask Erica to answer first. The question, what is the difference you find over there?
I think the biggest difference besides like studying wise is their registration for classes in Korea and Yonsei. I don't know if it's same in other Asian countries, but they had like a gambling system where you had to gamble for your classes like during registration. So they gave you like a certain amount of points and you had to like gamble those points into the classes that you wanted the most or you needed the most. So if I were to get like 60 points, I would put like 12 in business classes and I would put less in like classes I don't really need. So yeah, that was really interesting. That whole thing was kind of crazy. So that I think that was like the biggest culture shock for me when I was over there.
Great, thank you. Jennifer, can you describe your experience?
Yeah, I would say the biggest difference would be how, in my experience, how more relaxed the classes were in terms of assignments, tests, quizzes, all that, homework. I barely got any homework at all. And some were like, oh, just submit one discussion board. It only has to be a sentence. You have till Friday to do it. And that was it for the semester. So it was definitely a lot more relaxed. The classes were 2 units, so maybe that's why, but I am taking a 2 unit class here and it's definitely harder than there. So yeah, I would say like that was like one of the big differences compared to classes here.
That is a big difference. Relax. Chris, do you want to share your thoughts?
Yeah, sure. Kind of similar to Jennifer too, actually. I felt like the classes were a little bit more relaxed. One thing I noticed was it was very like hands-on. So like we would take excursions. They would take us to like physical places of like the concepts that we were studying to actually see it being done real time, not just like in the classroom. So I think that's something that I really enjoyed.
Perfect, thank you. Banner, could you also ask the next question?
Sure. Okay, so the next question is, why do you choose to study at CSULB, or why did you choose to study where you have studied? I'll just go back to Chris first, since you were last. Now you're first.
Sure. I think I mentioned it earlier too in our breakout room is that I had taken French for 4 years in high school. So I really wanted to go to like a French speaking country. So I just found that study abroad faculty led program in Paris. So I definitely went for it. Yeah.
And who would you like to popcorn from the list?
I'll popcorn to Erica.
Okay. I want to actually work in South Korea, eventually, because I kind of want to work on a more global platform. So that's why I decided to kind of see how a life was over there, like on my own, like not on vacation, like to have something to do. And I will popcorn over to Jennifer.
Yeah, so being I'm a Japanese major, I do want to get as fluent in Japanese as I can. So I decided to go to Meiji University in Tokyo and study Japanese there.
And who would you like to popcorn?
Yes. Let's do Taki-san.
Yeah, I choose the United States and CSULB because I have family near the campus, and my family has been so my extended family has been there since I was very little, and I grew up like listening to stories about like the life in California and America in general, and I got really interested in it. So like my dream was to study in California, and yeah, that's why I chose this campus. So I'm gonna do popcorn over Ayano.
Yes, I'm the last person. And I chose CSUB because it has many variety of marketing classes, also marketing clubs, just like AMA and other like Agency 241, the practical marketing club. So that's why I chose here.
Excellent. We do have a lot of business student studying here on exchange.
Okay, so we're gonna take a moment to kind of switch it up from us asking questions to allow you guys to ask each other questions, and then we'll come back and we'll wrap up with a few more questions before actually concluding for today. So I know Erica has a question that she'd like to ask, and then we'll let you guys all ask each other questions. So popcorn, Erica.
Yes, thank you. I actually was wondering because you guys are both to the students who came from Japan, you guys are both so good at English. So I wanted to know the process on that and if going to school here helped you with that, like being around only people who speak English. Yeah, so I wanted to hear more about that because you guys are both so good at English.
Thank you so much. Can I answer first? Okay. I I started studying English when I was little, but I didn't have, so I studied like grammars and like how to read, how to write at school, but I didn't really have a lot of opportunity to like interact, like actually do conversation. So I still struggle with it, but like everybody around me is so patient and kind. And like when I ask questions about like anything about like English phrases that I don't know, they answer them. And yeah, I think like the people really help me like improve my English.
Well, for me, I started learning like English grammar, expression when I was in high school. And yeah, as Lena said, I think in Japan there is a few opportunities, less opportunities to interact using speaking and listening English, just like reading and writing. So, but my faculty in my home university, so I mean Meiji University, my faculty GJS only allows to speak in English, like for required class. So I think that also helps me to improve English speaking. Yeah, but I'm still struggling to.
You're
You're
doing
doing really
amazing.
well.
Yeah.
Do we have any other questions? Anybody else, any of the ambassadors would like to ask? Or even our students that are visiting here through exchange?
I have some questions. Have you both joined any clubs that we have on campus?
Yes. For last semester, I was in AMA, Agency 241, JSA, and HSBA. Most are business clubs. And for this semester, AMA, Agency 241, JSA, and ISA, which is International Student Association. There's a lot like coming student, inbound coming student too.
For me, since I'm a Christian, I joined a Christian group called the Navigators. So they have a lot of like events. So the recent one we did was like Welcome Week, and also we're gonna have like Valentine's event, and like we had like Christmas gathering. So like I enjoy like interacting with a lot of people, and also learn about American culture. And yeah, and the people there are so nice. So I'm having really good time with them. Can I ask you a question? Jennifer, how about you? Did you join any clubs in Meiji University when you were in Japan?
I didn't, and that's actually one of my regrets. So that's also why I asked you both if you joined any clubs, because I definitely wish that I joined some clubs out there, but it's okay.
Wait, Jennifer, have you joined some like events, social events in Meiji University?
I don't even think I did that. To be honest, I was traveling and just like trying new restaurants and like going to like I was doing a lot of solo traveling, so I made up for that. That way. Yeah. But yeah.
Erica, did you join any clubs?
I did not. I wanted to. There were a lot of opportunities to join clubs, but I unfortunately, me too, like Jennifer, I was kind of focused on solo travel and just like doing I was like, I don't have enough time to go everywhere. So I really wanted to go to Japan, but I didn't even have enough time for that. So yeah, but I wanted to.
And Chris, can you explain your experience and how that maybe didn't give you an opportunity, but why your program was a little bit different than, let's say, an exchange one?
Yeah, so it's a faculty-led program. So one of the professors here from the fashion department actually goes out with us. And so she's kind of there with the institution that hosts us, and they together kind of lead the program over the two weeks that we're out there. Yeah.
Perfect. Any other questions? And then before we start the questions again.
I have a question to Erica. I would like to ask you, like, if Korean is not your first language, how did you like improve your like language skill when you were in Korea?
Oh, I'm actually Korean American, so at home they only speak Korean. A lot of my friends are Korean, so I feel like that helps a lot. I actually really like the culture as well, you know, like K-pop, K-drama, stuff like that. Um, and yeah, but going to school in Korea helped a lot too. Like, cause it's only like the classes, Korean students were allowed to take classes with the exchange students. So yeah, that was really good. But yeah, I think being in the country helped a lot to teach me. Thanks for asking.
Cool. Yeah, thank you.
Mhm.
Okay, any other final questions from our students? Okay, so we'll continue on to our next one. Which we want to know now, when you were, and some of you have mentioned, when you are on your free time, what are some of the activities, whether you're currently here on exchange, what are some of the activities that you do? And for students that went abroad, what were some of the activities that you did on your spare time when you weren't in class? Other than clubs or joining, what were some of the fun things that you did? We'll start with Rena.
Sure. For me, me and other international students, we like to go to like to sightseeing to LA, or like for example, we recently went to Griffith Observatory and also went to Hollywood Sign Hike, and it was really fun. And we are also like planning to go to like other things, like for example, like going to national parks on weekends. And also like since it's really close to LA, we have a lot of things to do. We sometimes struggle with transportation because only a few people has car, but yeah, it's something like we like to do on weekends or in our free time.
Popcorn, Ayana?
Yes, yeah, same as Rena. I usually hang out with my friends, local students. Like, I'm actually living in beachside, and there are many local students who has car. So luckily, I hang out with them with car, and not only downtown LA, but also like other very far part, like San Francisco, um, Santa Cruz, yeah. And also,
Oh, I'm sorry.
oh, sorry.
Keep going, sorry.
And also for a long vacation, long break, just like winter or I don't know, maybe spring break too. Me and my friend usually plan to go to another place outside California, like New York, Washington, Boston, and maybe Mexico too. Yeah.
Wow, you're definitely traveling, Diana. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and popcorn, Chris.
Yeah, I think in my free time, I like trying out like a lot of different restaurants, trying new foods, and definitely like scoping out the architecture. I think I mentioned that earlier in the breakout room. The architecture in Paris was really nice. So going to like different museums, definitely I think the Louvre was one of like my favorite experiences out there. So yeah.
Popcorn, Jennifer.
Yeah, so I went to a lot of I follow a lot of Instagram influencers that do travel in Japan or like check out this cool restaurant and those kind of videos. And I did a lot of those, tried a lot of cool restaurants. I went to a lot of animal cafes. I love animals, so I did that regularly. I went to like a river otter cafe, for instance, and like a pig cafe. It was so cute. Um, and also I did some research on events that were happening every week. Um, I wish I remembered the name of one of them, but I went to this one event in November and it was really cool. Had a lot of good food there and got to speak to the locals and yeah. Um, and then of course solo traveling. It's easy to get anywhere in Japan through train. So I was able to go long distances, get there quick and spend the day there and yeah. Mhm.
Perfect. Erica?
Yeah, I think in my free time when I was studying abroad, I just like to meet new people because everyone from around the world was coming to Yonsei. I actually became really close friends with someone from Waseda University from Japan, and I actually keep in contact with her still. So I think I was like focused on networking a lot, because these people will stay with you for the rest of your life. So yeah, it was really cool. She told me if I ever came to Tokyo to let her know. So that was really cool.
Perfect. And then we're also going to ask you all one more question. And kind of thinking and experiencing, right, your study abroad experiences. In 10 years, where would you like to be living? And think of it now that you've gotten that global perspective of the world. Where would you like to live? Would you still live where your hometown is? And what would you like to be doing? Those are things to consider. Um, let us know, what would you see yourself in 10 years? Okay, we'll start with who's ready? Raise your hand. Erica?
I can go, yeah, I can go. In 10 years, I feel like no one really knows accurately where you're gonna be in 10 years, but I would like to be in Asia actually, maybe in Korea, maybe even Japan, Australia, somewhere that's not here, just to kind of step out of my comfort zone, do digital marketing. I'm interested in doing digital marketing, so maybe work for a foreign company. I'm kind of setting my goals high, so I can kind of set expectations for myself. But yeah, I want to work more digital marketing for like a foreign company, preferably in Asia. So that's where I see myself. If Chris wants to go ahead and take it from me.
Yeah, sure. I think similar to you, I don't want to be stuck to one place. I do love living here in Southern California, but I hope to be like a software engineer or something in tech since I am studying computer science. And I think one of the benefits of that is that I can do remote work. So I can definitely try and work from like different countries. So hopefully I'd be in a different country. I don't care which one, as long as I'm like traveling and seeing the world. I think that's the goal. And I
Who
will
wants?
popcorn to Rena.
Actually, I'm not really sure. I'm still trying to figure out, but hopefully, not in my home country because I want to like improve my language skill more and also like experience a lot of things that I'm not familiar with growing up. So hopefully in America or Yeah.
Popcorn, Jennifer?
Yeah, that's definitely a tough question. I mean, in 10 years, I'll either be here or in Japan. That's my guess. Job wise, like I'm still kind of figuring that out right now, what I want to do. So, yeah, I guess that's all I can say for now is I'll either be here or in Japan.
Ayana?
Yes, that's really tough, but I will be in Japan and work for Japanese companies, I guess, because my goal is to be an international marketer who helps Japanese companies expand overseas. And these days, I know not Japanese companies, but like Korean or Chinese companies have powerful in expanding, like in America or other countries. So I really want to help. I really want to be helpful for Japanese companies to to convey the good points and high quality of Japanese products to other countries, other people, other ethnics. So yeah, I guess I hope I will be in Japan. Yeah.
Perfect, thank you. So that right there will be our wrap up for today's panel. Thank you everyone for attending and spending time with us, answering questions, getting to know one another. And we'll be doing another panel in 2 weeks with our students that are ambassadors to talk more about funding and budgeting. So thank you everyone. Have a good rest of your day.